Most of us, it just really hasn't felt that way thanks to those warmer than normal temperatures. So what impact does this have on the way that we shop? Here with us again this morning is our business weather expert, Paul Walsh, on the economics of sweater weather. And on the heels of a recent Forecast First Factor survey, what did that survey say? What was that survey all about first?
Well, Kate, what we did is we went out on weather.com and we asked about 6,500 or so of our closest friends, just how cold does it need to be before you start wearing a sweater? And the results were very interesting, and it's very geographically dependent. They're very interesting results.
Okay, so what is the data telling us?
Well, basically what it says is, first of all, the national temperature threshold for sweater weather is 60 degrees. So that's a national roll-up. So below 60, it's sweater weather. But it really depends on where you live in terms of what that magic temperature is. So the farther south you go, the milder it is before you start wearing a sweater. For example, in Florida, folks were wearing sweaters when it dropped below about 63 degrees. In Arizona, it was 65. But the farther north you go, the cooler it needs to get. South Dakota, folks told us they didn't start wearing sweaters until they got into the low 50s, even the high 40s. So this is big, giant change in terms of what weather really drives sweater weather. And it's just like politics. It's all local.
Okay, so I know that most stores, I see it happen the second that it gets a little cool, they start rolling out all their fall gear. They put out the sweaters, they put out the scarves, and I'm sure those things start selling. Is that what you find?
Well, what happens is a lot of times retailers don't start stocking the shelves based on the weather. They do it based on the calendar. So we're, a week or so into fall, but it really hasn't felt like fall yet. So what ends up happening is they have a bunch of inventory that doesn't sell, and when it's milder than normal like it's been, they have to start marking it down because they have to move the product. So when you have a mild start to the fall like this, it really benefits all of us.
Hey, I like that. So you're telling me that we can maybe find some bargains?
Yes, sweater weather will probably start this week, maybe mid to the end of the week, because the eastern part of the country is going to drop below those magic thresholds I mentioned. So demand will start rising. But for now, the bargains are going to be there, and they probably will be for a week or so. But you want to get there quickly, because as we move into October and we get more seasonal temperatures, we drop below that threshold, demand will rise, and prices won't drop as much as they would normally, or as they would have, because of the fact that it'll be more seasonal.
Okay, good tips for us as always, Paul Walsh. We love it whenever you join us. We hope that you're having an amazing day. It's good to see you again, bud.
Okay.
All right, Kelly.